Wow, these fireworks sure are awesome.
God, these fireworks.
Wow, look at that.
These fireworks suck.
What? Who is that over there? Who is that?
Ferg?
Kevin, what are you doing here in Thomason, Maine?
Where am I?
You're in Thomason, Maine. How'd you get up here?
Am I?
Yeah,
I was in I got in the boat at the lake and just...
Wow, you went a long way, buddy. Wow.
This is the worst fireworks display I've ever seen.
No, it's awesome.
I've never seen a lobster in the sky before.
That's what Maine's all about. Lobsters and mosquitoes and blueberries.
And there's a blueberry. How'd you know the pattern?
Well, usually fireworks that are blue are blueberries, Kevin. That's, this is from my extensive years of working with fireworks.
Now it's a horse. Why is it a horse? What does that have to do with Maine?
It's just the design.
Paul Revere?
Yes. No, that was Massachusetts.
That's right. It was Massachusetts.
Close enough.
Well, I'm sure he's been up here. It was either Paul Revere or Paul Lynn. How come the fireworks are all in shapes this year? Whatever happened to just bursts?
They have some bursts, too.
Is that a cheddar scraper?
Yeah, it is.
Isn't that a cheddar cheese cutting thing?
It is.
These suck, Ferg.
No, they don't. They're awesome. When's the last time you saw a cheddar cheese scraper firework?
So how's your family doing? What's going on up here?
Good. They're right here. See them all?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, guys. This is Kevin.
Hello.
This is my family.
Gosh, they're all so short.
Yeah. Well, they're sitting down, Kevin.
Oh, don't get up. Don't get up.
It's too bad you didn't bring a jacket. It's kind of cold out here.
It is cold out here.
Yeah.
I got the life preserver on still.
Yeah, you got your life preserver and your shorts and your flip-flops and your big old bald head.
Thanks, Ferg. That's not funny, sir. All right, go back and mind your business up here, mate. Yeah, that's right. I said it. I said it.
See that one?
Oh, you want to... What did we miss?
You missed it. It was a giant...
Wow. A what? Hold on. Everybody just stop. Okay, Ferg, what did you say? I'm sorry.
It was a giant iPod dock.
Oh, that's what I thought you said. All right, guys, you can resume.
Wow.
All right. Well, hey, it's been a while. You want to do a show?
Okay, let's do a show.
Okay.
Pre-recorded live at K-Max Studios right here in New England in the Upper Eastern United States in association with Delaware. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand by. With Zerminator. Hello and welcome. And featuring Sal LaSalle and Bob Shurmack.
Hi, my name is Bob Shurmack.
Please sit back and please enjoy the show and please stand by. The show is about to begin.
Hello and welcome to the K-Max Studios right here in both Connecticut and Delaware.
Where?
Where? What are you wearing?
Shh. Don't tell anyone.
Pull those up. Tonight's show is called Fireworks.
Fireworks.
Just like the Katy Perry song. Spelled the same and everything.
Right.
I'd like to dedicate this show to Miss Doris Sanson. She was 83 years old and she passed away on July 1st. Oh. And she was a very sweet lady to me every single time that I went. I worked for the Companions and Homemakers Company, where I take care of people, and one of the ladies that I take care of lives in the same building as Doris. And every morning that I went in, Doris would give me hugs and kisses on my way in and hugs and kisses on my way out. And so tonight's show is dedicated to Doris Sampson. And thank you, and I love you, and I'll miss you, and thanks for making me laugh, because she was funny.
Yeah.
She was funny, and she was always flirting like crazy, so it was pretty cool.
Godspeed, Doris.
Amen. So how are you, and how have you been, and what you've been doing, and what you still got your pants down. I need you to pull those up.
Sorry, it's hot in here.
Well, I'm going to take off my shirt.
Please don't. Oh, I got back from vacation on what day? Tuesday. Went to visit my family up in Maine, Sarah's family, but I guess my family too, since I'm married into the family.
That's yours?
Her sister's family moved up there last summer. I'm sure we talked about that in the podcast.
Yes, you did.
So we went up to visit them and had a good time. It was a lot of fun. Went to a bunch of different places, found some good food.
I was going to hit that.
The best fish and chips I've ever had at a roadside shack. It was amazing.
I wouldn't doubt it. Absolutely
amazing.
Any fish in Maine would be amazing. Did you have any lobster while you were there?
No, I had lobster roll last year, and that was once was enough for the lobster roll.
Do you like lobster in general? I forget.
I do, yeah, but I don't need to eat it.
Are you a shrimp guy?
I love shrimp, yes, but we didn't have any shrimp this time.
Oh.
No. But yeah, if you're ever near Mount Batty in Maine, check out the little shack snack bar at the foot of it. Oh my gosh, great!
Oh, I'm
gonna
have to take a look.
They have lobster rolls there, so I wonder how good they would be there.
You should have got some.
No, it was a lot cheaper than the one I got last year, but I wanted to try the fish and chips. I'm really glad I did.
Are you trying to watch the weight?
No, I should be, but not in the vacation.
Did you have a barbecue at all?
Yesterday we had a barbecue.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
we got to.
No, we didn't. We didn't have one there. What did we do on Monday? I think we went to the beach on Monday and then watched fireworks.
Oh, man.
In Thomaston. Well, you were there. You remember?
Oh, yeah. It was amazing.
Yeah. You and your boat.
Well, I had to stay. You had to give me a ride back because it deflated.
Yeah. That's too bad.
My fireworks sucked over here.
Really?
Yeah. Well, the good night was Sunday night, which was the 3rd. And the entire state of Connecticut was just lit up. Front to back.
Oh, yeah. I saw that Shelley posted that.
Yeah, and I was delivering that night, so I couldn't, I saw him from the car. And then Monday night was our cookout, and it was delicious.
Good.
Bunch of burgers and Hummel hot dogs. Oh! And then like 7 fireworks went off.
Oh.
It was like, ding!
That's weird.
Wah, wah. And we were just like, oh, man. But it was nice. I got to see the neighbor next door finally showed up. She hasn't been here in a while, so that was nice to see her show up.
Oh, good.
And then the neighbor's dog kept running over to visit us, which was nice.
That's good.
And it was nice. It was a nice weekend. I wish it was a little bit more bright in the sky.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
We had a good weekend too.
Ferg, are you ready to get going with something exciting here?
Oh, yes, I am.
Let's do it.
How about anything exciting? Come on, Ferg, tell me what you got.
Boop. Mine is kind of boring. I couldn't think of any.
As is our lives.
I like food, Kevin. I'm not sure if you were aware of this.
No, do tell.
Yeah, I enjoy food very much. And on the way back from Maine, we decided to reroute because there was like almost a 2-hour delay on 95.
Yeah.
So we figured we'll just take the back roads. It'll take the same amount of time, but we'll see some stuff, and we'll I don't know, just not we'll be moving, I guess, basically.
Yeah.
So we stopped in Concord, Mass.
Right.
To there was a store there that Sarah wanted to go to. It was a 5 and 10, an old 5 and 10, which had a bunch of old stuff that just has been hanging around for years that it just hasn't sold yet. A lot of typewriter ribbon. No, the candy was pretty recent, but a lot of typewriter ribbon. I couldn't believe that. Yeah, a lot of it. A lot of
they're going the marketing is just not good on that nowadays.
Apple printers stuff from the 80s. Yeah, it's a weird place. It wasn't as good as some of the other 5 and 10s we've been in, but it was neat. But they had oh gosh, now I can't remember the name of the place. There's an ice cream place in Concord on the main street there.
Concord ice cream.
No, it was a phrase. It wasn't a name of a
Hey, check this ice cream out.
No, it didn't even mention ice cream in the name.
Check this out.
But it was ice cream and coffee, and they make all the ice cream there. But they had this thing called the affogato, which I'd never heard of before.
Sounds like a police song. Doesn't it?
Yeah. But it was basically espresso with ice cream in it, which I did not know existed before. Oh my God, it was so good.
You know what my first thought was when I saw that?
What?
That was my first thought. When I saw that picture, I was like, oh, he's going to have a rough day.
No, it was fine. Absolutely fine.
Were you all hyped up? Like,
yeah, pretty much. I didn't have any problems walking, getting the rest of the way home. I think we left there around 6:30 and got home at 12:30 or something like that.
Oh my God.
We had left their house at like 10. So, but we'd like to take our time and see stuff rather than just
rush through your trip.
Yeah. I mean, if it's just me by myself, I would probably do that.
Yeah.
Because when I was younger, I would I'll just stop at McDonald's and eat because it'll be fast and stuff like that. But Sarah's family didn't do that. They stopped at diners, out of the way places. So we like to do that now.
See, that's what I wanted to do, but we always did what you're talking about, speeding through everything, and I never got to enjoy our vacation.
Yep. It was fun.
I bet.
But yeah, if you're in Concord, go to that place on the main road there next to Athenian Pizza or something like that.
Uh-huh.
It was next Greek pizza. Yeah, I didn't realize it was Greek pizza until I asked for the calzone, and it was this long strip of rolled up. It looked almost like what's that stuff? Spinach, spanakopita.
Sounds like another Police song.
Okay.
But I believe.
But it had feta cheese in it. It was really good, but it wasn't like a real calzone that I know and love. So, but it was good.
I would love to try, and I think what I'm going to do is look that up and see if I can find it online.
What's that?
The places you're talking about.
I'm sure I can look it up real quick, but I don't want to get distracted.
All right, that's fine. Well,
but what's your exciting, Kevin?
It hasn't happened yet.
Oh, dear.
Nothing exciting has happened in the past 2 weeks. Without you, there is nothing exciting.
Stop.
No, I have to say it, Ferg.
Stop it.
Without you...
Oh, God, here we go.
There's nothing in the world that seems like it's gonna be worth the crap. Without you.
No.
Oh.
Y'all done?
Tomorrow I'm gonna go see The Conjuring 2 with Shelley.
Oh, okay.
Because we celebrated my birthday on July 4th.
Right,
so
but it's not until when?
The July 12th.
Right.
And I got gift cards, which I will show you. It's an Amazon card.
Oh, very nice.
Which now is dead because I purchased Ash vs. the Evil Dead, which will be here on Blu-ray. It'll be here August 23rd. And I got it at a really good price because it's a pre-order. Good. And then I'm going to take Shelley out to dinner with my Visa card.
Oh, very nice. Where are you going to go?
I don't know. We were thinking about Red Lobster, honestly. Honestly, Ferg.
I'm ashamed of you, Kevin.
Why?
Red Lobster sucks. Don't go there.
I watched your stupid fireworks. Red Lobster's awesome.
No, it's not. It's
all right,
garbage.
You name a place that doesn't cost $1 billion to have shrimp and lobster in one building.
You know why it doesn't cost $1 billion, right?
I know why.
It's not good.
Because what they do is cut the butts off of lobsters and throw them back in the tank, and they yell at them, "Grow, damn it, grow!" And then I'm going to see The Conjuring 2 because I got a Fandango card.
Very nice.
Yeah, so I was very excited.
You're going to have a gift card day.
Hold on. Why is it going to the left?
I don't know.
Keep talking.
That's just the way it goes sometimes.
I found it. I get it. Otherwise, that's it. So tomorrow,
right.
The past 2 weeks has been really quiet.
Has it?
Yeah.
Just like you right now.
I am. I'm a little down. I'm a little...
No, I mean like physically quiet.
Physically.
Yeah, I can't hear you as well as I could before.
Is it now on?
That's better, yep.
Is it?
Sorry.
Did I smack it up?
You did. Smack my mic up.
Smack it. See, it went out in my head, too, for a minute.
Yeah.
And then I pulled this thing, and then it fixed it.
As long as you clean it up afterwards.
Well, hey.
Hey, Kevin.
You want to get some email in?
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Let me get. Someone has to come in and celebrate that thing. Well, Ferg, we got email, and there's a gentleman waiting outside. You know who it is.
I do. I'm excited.
Morgan's here to give away the prize to the winner.
Awesome.
Of the Prestige. So let's go ahead and do that.
Prestige.
It's time for Please Stand By. Listener email.
Mr. Freeman? Hi.
Hey, Mr. Freeman, how are you?
Hey, Ferg. Hey, Ferg.
Hey. This is great to see you so soon again.
Well, you took off for about a week and a half, and I was worried about you, but I'm glad that you're okay.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I just had a lot of stuff going on here, so...
I went looking for Kevin when he took off in the lake, and then I never did find where he went.
He was with me in Thomas and Maine. I had to give him a ride back because his boat exploded or something.
I found his boat.
Oh, you did?
As a matter of fact, I brought it back here to... all that's left of it right here.
Yeah, that's too bad. It's a good thing he made it to Thomaston in the first place.
Sure is. Sure is. Well,
so I don't want to keep you from your wife and your ice cream and coffee, so...
That's right. That's something that waits for me.
Oh, all right.
So,
I apologize.
That's all right. I just want to make that clear. Here's something I was going to tell you, is that we do have a winner for the Prestige A movie.
Excellent, excellent.
So I figured we finally got a call. And not finally, actually it was quite quickly that I received this phone call, and it was from Mr. Keith Heltsley. Are you familiar with Keith Heltsley?
Yes, he's called in before.
He has. So, and here is his telephone. What do I do? Push this button here? Yeah,
push. Yep. No, that one. That one. No.
Damn it, boys!
No.
I'll push this button and see what happens.
All right.
That's not the right button.
I told you not to press that button.
I'll press this one right here, not that one.
No,
Hold
not
on,
that one.
We don't want that one.
It's not funny!
Here it is. I found it. Let me press this button right here.
Hey, Kevin, this is Keith, Retro Keith, sometimes known as, and I was just calling to see if I had won that movie you're giving away. Was it Prestige or something like that? I always kind of preferred Ferris Bueller myself back in the day, but both of those movies are good. So, just wanted to call and do this while I was thinking about you, so we'll let you go, and so will I.
Now, one thing he didn't do was let me know why he liked the movie better than the other. And do you remember what those two movies were? Because I simply do not.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I haven't seen either of them. I know that much.
No, Ferris Bueller and... Remember? It was Ferris Bueller and The Breakfast Club. Which one was better and...
Oh! I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about The Prestige and the... Sorry.
Well, it's okay. He called back and why am I turning into this?
I don't...
Good Lord. Something terrible has happened. Good Lord. There I am. Sorry about that.
Wow, that was interesting. Are you not having a stroke, are you?
I certainly hope not. At my age, you never know. Well, let me go ahead and press this button now for the second call, which is this one. No.
It's not funny!
It's this one. Here it is.
Hey, Kevin, this is Keith again. You know, I forgot to say why I like Ferris Bueller over the other movie. Partly because I can't even remember the name of the other movie, other than it was one of those Brat Pack movies, which I was never much of a fan of. I really liked Ferris Bueller, though, because any one of the pranks that he pulled to get out of class would have been an amazing feat for any aspiring high school or junior high school kid who wanted to skip class. But he just kept pulling one prank after another, and they all seemed to go in his favor, even as hard as that principal tried to catch him. So briefly, that is why I like that movie over than the other one. So just wanted to call you back and let you know. So that's that.
Thank you very much, sir, for calling in and explaining yourself. So hold on one second. The door seems to be creaking as if we have ghosts. Let me close that door. I'll be right back. Excuse me.
All right. Why don't you just let Kevin do it?
No, damn it, we're doing a podcast. Well, it's rude when you're trying to do a show and the door is creaking like it sounds like it has gas.
Kevin's not doing anything. He could have taken care of the...
It's a possibility, but he doesn't know how to get up off his ass. Lazy son of a... So, Mr. Hetsley, you have won the Prestige starring Michael Caine, Scarlett Johansson, David Bowie, and Christian Bale and Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Huge.
He's very huge.
You would know.
Oh, well.
I'm kidding you, Ferg. You're a nice guy. I wouldn't do that to you. I'll talk to you later. Everybody have a good show. Okay, bye. Boy, he danced out of here in a heartbeat.
Yeah, he did. I guess he is missing his ice cream.
Yeah, I think so. Are you ready for the
I'm
news,
ready.
Ferg?
Yeah.
And now for the news.
It's now 8:44 p.m. on the East Coast. Right now, we're in the middle of trying to decide what our news is, and boy, there's plenty of it, but what do you want to bring up? Because it's so depressing, I just want to go outside and scream Bloody Mary. What do you got?
Yeah. Well, I'm going with something nice.
Go for it.
Nice, and that has to do with, I guess, why I'm in podcasting in the first place.
Sure.
You're familiar with the Atari flashback systems, right? The plug-and-play systems that have built-in games with them?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, all the Atari games. So they're putting out number 7 this year.
Right.
They keep putting them out. But another thing they're doing is they're putting out a portable one.
Yeah, the handheld version.
Yes, and I haven't looked into it too much yet.
60 games, I know that
busy.
much.
Well, from what I understand, it's going to come with an SD card slot.
Yes.
So you can put in all the whatever, all the illegal ROMs that you own for the game.
Yeah.
And play them on the handheld. So
now the 7 doesn't have the card slot.
No, none of them ever had a card slot.
Will they ever have a card slot, do you think?
I doubt it. I don't see why they would.
Can you modify it to put it in there?
Number 2, you can modify.
Just
the rest of them you can't, from what I understand.
Why would they do that?
Well, from what I understand, number 2 is the only one that actually emulates the actual game ROMs, and the other ones are what they call Nintendo on a chip. They don't really emulate them; they just kind of reimagine the games. So a lot of the sounds are different in some cases, and they play it a little bit differently.
So they don't want to combine the two because they'll fight and cause an explosion.
Well, I don't really know. I'm not really up on the whole flashback technology. I only have one of them, and it's because I won it. I never bought any of them.
Really?
I have the number 2, which the original version had actual Activision games on them, but subsequent issues of the second one took those out. So I have them.
Pitfall, yeah. Pitfall wasn't available on number 2?
It was at the beginning, but afterwards it wasn't.
Because that's the only... I have Flashback 5.
Oh, okay.
And no Pitfall. I have Adventure.
Yeah, Adventure's good.
Yeah.
I don't know how it plays. I haven't actually played any of the other flashbacks that don't actually emulate the ROMs. Or play the games like they were played on the 2600. But I'm gonna look into the portable one because then I could take it to work and work on my podcast at work.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah, that's true.
I do it now, but it's hard because I have an emulator on my phone that doesn't work that great because it's it's on screen.
Is it the Windows
joystick? Yes, it's on the Windows phone.
Where'd you get that, Ferg?
I got that from our wonderful friend Kevin.
Who?
K-Mac.
Oh, not the one. Thank you, Kevin, for the phone. But I'm talking about where'd you get the Atari simulator?
Emulator? It's on the Windows Store.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Do you have to pay for it?
Yes, I have not paid for it yet, though. Unfortunately, I think it's A26 Nostalgia.
I'll look it up though because I'm interested.
I think that's what it's called.
I used to play.
It works well. I mean, at least I can look at the game.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the games I can't really play because the joystick is on the screen, and I hate that.
That's frustrating. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get controllers for it, but I don't see the point in that. So I'll just get the flashback
system
portable, and then get my SD card rolling, and I'll be all set.
Well, George Takei can't stand it that Sulu's gay. Oh my!
That was weird.
This is like my news choice. While you were gone, do you know what Billy Joel did?
No, I don't.
Billy Joel showed up at a club where a band called Big Shot was playing. And Big Shot is a cover band. It's a Billy Joel tribute band.
Right.
Billy Joel shows up, gets up on stage, and plays for 3 songs with them.
Really?
Yeah. Wasn't that cool?
Yeah, that's very cool.
And the lead singer was just in amazement. Isn't that sweet of Billy to show up?
Yeah.
He's such a nice guy. Isn't he, Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, my. So that's my news because there's really no other choice.
Yeah. Let's
Hey.
get the show back on track.
Somehow. You know what time it is, don't you?
I don't, Kevin. Tell me what time it is. Boy.
Who's on the phone?
You tried so hard to get that in time.
Yes, I did.
You were way ahead of it.
Oh, was I?
You want to try again?
Okay.
All right, here we go. No.
Who's on the phone?
It's the problem, folks, is there's a delay between here and Delaware.
Yeah.
And
I tried it. I went too early and then I went too late. Which one is bad?
As soon as you hear the phone, you know where he goes, "Hi, who's on the phone?" Start on the.
I started earlier than that, didn't I? The first time.
No. As soon as you hear the, do it.
Is it that much of a delay?
I think so. Give it a shot. Here we go.
Holy shit.
On the. Here we go.
Hi, who's on the phone?
Perfect.
No, was it? Was it really?
No. You're right. It was way too late.
All right.
All right.
Who's on the phone, Kevin?
It's going to be a guy.
Greetings and salutations to you, sirs. Hello, this is Bob Shurmack in Racine, Wisconsin, calling again. Long-time listener. And I'm wishing you both a happy 4th of July this year. I hope that you both enjoy a lot of fireworks. Speaking of fireworks, I want to let you know about my relationship with Maxine. It has moved on to the next level, and I am, quote, now master of my own domain, as it were. And I just thought you gentlemen might be interested in that. After a long, hard consideration, and I beg your pardon for the pun, I decided to just go for it and see what happens. Well, I must say to you, sirs, that Maxine was thrilled in more ways than one and many times over. To be quite honest, we've been going at it like rabbits in heat under a full moon. Again, pardon the pun. We have played Hide the Purple Parsnip in many places. Pretty much in any place that we can find that's no more than 15 degrees out of level, including but not limited to her father's work shed, the broom closet at work, under my mother's front porch, inside Maxine's little brother Timmy's tree house, behind the rhododendrons, over the river, through the woods, inside the trunk of her dad's Studebaker, at the laundromat, at the luncheonette counter, under the comic book store display case, let's see, behind the drive-through sign at the local Charbroiled Cheddar House, in her bed, in my bed, in her brother Timmy's bed, in the flower bed. Oh, goodness gracious me. At the cemetery, at Kinko's FedEx, in the kitchen, in the living room, in the bathroom, in the dining room, in the rumpus room, in the romper room, in the foyer, in the gazebo, in the solarium. Well, gentlemen, I guess you get the picture. And needless to say, my pharmacist is getting suspicious because of the amount of industrial strength vitamin E I've been ordering. In any case, I did want to shout out to Mr. LaSalle in New Jersey, who in his last phone call told me in his, of course, colorfully colloquial way to go for it. To you, Mr. Sal, I must say to you, with all sincerity, thank you, sir. Finally, I wanted to speak to you, Mr. Ferg, there in the background. Hello, Mr. Ferg.
Hi.
I wanted to let you know, because you seem interested, that I was contacted by Mr. Bensonhurst Wilberforce.
Oh.
He's the original producer of the commercial arts ensemble musical group Well Done You.
Yeah.
He called me to see if I would be interested in helping him to get all 85 members back together for a worldwide reunion tour. And of course, as president and frankly sole member of the Well Done You International Fan Club, Of course, I gave him a hearty yes, sir.
Yeah.
So we hope that sometime soon that the Well Done You group will be able to tour with tour dates scheduled in London, Paris, Rome, Shanghai, New York City, Addis Ababa, and of course Racine. I will definitely keep you posted on that. Well, I see Maxine just came into the room, so of course I've got to go.
I bet.
So perhaps one day soon I'll be able to wear street clothes instead of pajamas, which I've pretty much been wearing 24/7. In any case, gentlemen, to you both, keep up the great work. I'm enjoying the show. And a good day to you, sirs.
Wow.
Okay, Maxine, let's go for it.
Oh my God.
Well, looks like Shurmack has been very busy.
Yeah. Wow.
Congratulations, Bab.
Yeah, certainly. Good job.
That's great. Well Done You is going to be reunited.
Well, I'll be able to go see him in New York City. It's close by me.
That's true.
Yeah, I won't be able to make the Addis Ababa show.
I don't know if I'll make that one or not. I might join him up in, where else did he say he was going to be? New York City?
Racine, that's it.
And Racine.
Yeah.
That's going to be a great show, though.
Again, we're on vacation and real busy around the house, so not a lot of time to watch anything. I did watch about 5 minutes of Pretty in Pink.
Oh, that counts.
Yeah, my sister-in-law and my niece were watching it. Sarah watched it for a little bit, and then I watched it for a couple minutes. But I never... Did you see that when it was out, Pretty in Pink?
Yeah, I love that movie very much.
Yeah, I did not see it when it was out. I saw, I guess, the Pretty in Pink remake, Some Kind of Wonderful.
Oh, no.
which is how it should have ended. Yeah, at the time it was out.
Yeah.
So I think I like that movie better. I do like Pretty in Pink. It's funny, but come on.
I didn't know there was
Spoilers.
a remake.
Well, it's the same movie, except that she ends up with the guy she's supposed to end up with instead of Blaine. Not supposed to end up with Blaine.
No, that's true.
But Sarah said something interesting.
Ducky, he wasn't.
That she's every time we talk about it, she always mentions that that what's her name? Claire? Not Claire. What's her name in the movie?
Claire Huxtable.
No.
In the movie?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, don't ask me what her name was in the movie. I just know. We'll just call her Molly.
Molly. She's supposed to. Sarah always says she's supposed to end up with Ducky, and then this time she's like, Ducky's annoying.
All the way up to 2.5 Men, he was annoying.
Yeah. No, I like him. I like him as an actor.
Yeah, I do. John Cryer, and he's a
fabulous,
funny guy.
Famous Teddy Z, Fabulous Teddy Z. I can't remember which one it was. It was a Fox show in the 90s, really early 90s. It was pretty good. We watched it a little bit.
I don't think I've seen that either, but if he was in it, it had to be good.
Yeah. But other than that, I haven't really watched much. Just a couple at midnight, a couple of Bob's Burgers. That's it. Usually if we have cheeseburgers, we watch Bob's Burgers.
That's what we used to do, too. Every time we had burgers, we'd watch Bob Burgers.
What's your movie, Kevin?
My movie was the abominable Dr. Phibes.
Oh, okay.
Per Matt Lappy, 1971. Right. And I've owned this movie. God. Kate bought me the Vincent Price collection, 8-movie collection, probably 4 years ago. So I've had Dr. Phibes for a while and never watched it, never had seen it, and then finally Matt was like, watch the damn movie!
Yeah, I think I know why Matt is a fan of that. Or I know that doesn't he use that as an alias?
Yes.
Yeah, should we not say that?
No, that's fine. It's what his Twitter account handle thingy is.
Oh, his Twitter account is, okay.
And and he's just a huge Vincent Price fan, and that actually is his first introduction to horror movies. Because we talked about it that night after I finally saw it. What I didn't know is that there's a part 2, Dr. Phibes Rises Again in 1972 it came out.
Oh, really?
So I might have to see that because Vincent is in that one as well.
Did you enjoy it?
I actually did enjoy it very much. Yeah. Same director in part 2 too, by the way. So I'd have to check it out. But
it's pretty cheesy, right?
It is such a cheesy movie, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a doctor, a scientist, an organist, and biblical scholar, Dr. Anton Phibes, seeks revenge on 9 doctors he considers responsible for his wife's death. That's
right. Okay. Yeah.
And you've seen this movie.
No, I haven't.
Oh, but
I've heard about it.
highly suggested.
Okay.
Highly suggested. My wife loves when I say that. Stars Vincent Price, Joseph Cotton, Hugh Griffith, Terry Thomas, and all these people that are pretty much gone. They've all passed away. But,
the only one I've heard of was Terry Thomas. He was in Mad World.
yes, he was. And his teeth, to die for.
Yeah. There are British teeth.
Yes. Yes, I do believe he does. That was a terrible impersonation of
Terry Thomas.
I say. That's
I'm sure I've heard Gilbert Gottfried talk about it on his show. He loves Vincent Price.
He does?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know that Peter Cushing was originally casted to play Vasilis?
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. I just read it down here in the Abominable Mr. Phibes.
I need to watch that because I really, I don't know if I enjoyed The Tingler because of where we saw it with my friends, Dr. Moribund's Theater of Horror, what's it called? I can't remember the actual name of it, but that's the first time I saw The Tingler with Vincent Price, and I really enjoyed it. So I need to see more of his movies.
And I have The Tingler as well, and there's a couple other movies that I haven't seen yet on there, and I can't wait to finally see them. So I need to. I've got
Dr. Goldfoot and the Girl Bombs,
and that's there too.
The Bikini Machine.
I really need to get into those.
Then there's good ones like I think was he in The Pit and the Pendulum and The Raven too? Okay.
House on Haunted Hill, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
That's one of the classics. That's one of my favorites. Are you ready to go on for show and tell, baby?
Yes, I am, Kevin. Do it!
Jesus, Lord.
Now it's time for show and tell.
So my sister and brother-in-law said that there was a good record store up there in Waterville, Maine. They called Record Connection that I should check out. And I was like, okay, I'll check it out. I guess I have to.
All right, if you said so.
I wasn't expecting much because, a lot of times record stores, there's usually
rude
something.
people in there.
Exactly. A lot of people, because the store has been there for 35 years. So I figured, oh man, the guy's going to be a
snoot,
a jerk or something like that.
Right.
And I get really intimidated by that. So there was one record store in New Jersey where the clerks were all young, but they were all like too cool for school. And I just like, it just makes me uncomfortable.
Well, smack them around a little bit.
No. But anyway, so we went to the store, and like every other business in Maine, it's inside a house, basically.
Oh, in somebody's basement.
Yeah.
Mom, I got customers.
It's the whole house.
Yeah.
But everything was well organized. There were a bunch of different rooms. Everything was in alphabetical order by genre, rock and blues and all that kind of stuff.
That's nice, then.
Yeah, and I didn't plan on spending a lot, but I ended up spending a lot on records on this trip, unfortunately.
How much did you spend, and did your wife get mad and leave you?
No, she didn't get mad.
Oh. Did she leave you?
No, she's still here. I found a record I've been looking for 20 years.
You mentioned this on the book. I can't wait to see.
It's Paul Avery and the Raiders going to Memphis. Oh. This is a mono copy. This, I think, is the last mono record that they put out.
This is
Mono's,
pretty. This
album.
This thing is like locked in a safe, folks.
It's not.
Well, it's well protected. Let me just exaggerate
It's just got a
for the
thing
show.
on the cover. That's all.
Why don't I just shut up and let you talk about?
Yeah,
that?
why don't you do that?
I will.
All right. So it's not my favorite album of theirs, but.
Sorry, Ferg. That look on your face. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not my favorite of theirs, but I like it. But I like to collect mono and stereo versions of the albums because in a lot of cases they're different mixes.
Exactly. I was going to say, and sometimes some instruments are not present and some are extra.
Yep. So we all went in the record store and I found this and a bunch of other stuff, and it cost $3.99.
That's it.
Yes.
Are you serious? That's not bad at all.
No, and I'm pretty sure this is the last. Usually, with the last mono records that a band puts out, they're worth more money. Like the Birds, the Bees, and the Monkees is worth quite a bit.
Yeah.
Magical Mystery Tour by the Beatles is worth quite a bit.
You think the guy just had no clue?
What are you doing, Kevin?
What am I doing? What?
I said the Beatles.
jeez, God. And I...
The Beatles Spectacular is really moving.
Sorry, Ferg.
That's okay.
I have slipped on that twice.
It's been quite a while. So.
I'm rusty. I got to get back in.
Yeah.
I'm working.
But yeah, I've been looking for this for quite. I didn't know it existed till pretty much the late '90s, and I've been looking for it since then.
Well,
the cheapest I saw it on eBay was $25.
Jeez.
Yeah, and this is a really
rattle
nice
off some of the
too.
tunes there. And by the way, the mint condition of the record is good, unscratched.
It's very good. It's not mint, but it's got a couple scratches on it, but it looks really nice.
Good.
I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet.
Rattle off some tunes there.
I guess the single was "Peace of Mind." That's on here.
Mm-hmm.
What happened was Mark Lindsay went to Memphis. Yeah, going to Memphis.
Look at the cover if you're not sure.
But he went to Memphis, and they had a bunch of session players. Chips Moman was the producer. And will you stop the gas?
No one
over
knows.
there?
No one will know. No one will know. No one will know.
Chips Moman got a bunch of people together and recorded a bunch of backing tracks, and then Mark Lindsay put his vocals on them. So it's a big departure from their sound, sort of. And it wasn't a very successful album either, which is another reason why I didn't know it existed, because of the mono copy itself, because it probably didn't sell a lot of records. But "Peace of Mind" is the big song on this. It was not a hit single, I don't think, but it was a single. They do a cover of Soul Man.
Ooh.
The song called "Going to Memphis." I think he wrote some of these songs, and other ones are older soul records. "Boogaloo Down Broadway," I think, is an older.
When did it come out?
68, I think. 67 or 68.
Wow.
Probably 68.
Well, I'm proud of you, buddy. That you got it for such a cheap price, number one. And number two, you found it in the guy's basement.
It wasn't his basement. It was the house. But
was his mom there? Upstairs?
No, it was the whole house.
Was his laundry.
It was a store. It's not a house.
Oh,
but the guy was really nice too. We actually chatted for a little while.
Oh, good. So he wasn't a jerk. You're talking about just in general when you go to record stores and you come across the ass. Yes. Okay, I got you.
Like I went to another store called Record Connection in Ephrata, Pennsylvania, and I asked the guy what I thought was a genuine question, and he was snotty, gave me a snotty reply. So
because he doesn't know the answer.
No, he knew the answer, but he was lording it over me. You know,
I hate that so much.
I know.
You know why? Because those four walls is all he'll ever be.
Right.
He's got his little wax collection. It's like someone coming over and looking at my Samuel Adams glass and going, "Oh, what's that?" And I'm just like, "Shut up." It's that whole thing.
But that Record Connection is really good too. I spend a lot of money there when we go there. So
good.
Anyway, what's yours?
Mine was Count Basie.
Oh.
We listened to a lot of Count Basie on July 4th, and then up until then, I've been listening to if anything, you must add the Lawrence Welk station to your Pandora channel.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Hey, Kevin.
What?
You know we're doing show and tell, right?
Feel good. I do not feel good. All right, show and tell, Kevin, right here.
What's your show and tell, Kevin?
I'm going to let you hear it.
Okay.
And you tell me what it is. And this is your fault and Matt's fault. And this is what it is. Because I found it.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
And I can't find it. Here it is. And it comes in two parts. Here's the first part.
Okay, I don't know that.
All right, if you think you know what it is, don't say anything until the organ starts. That's all I'm saying.
Another lovely day begins. The ghosts and ghouls with greenish skin. So close your eyes and you will find that you've arrived in Frightenstein. Perhaps the Count will find a way to make his monster work today. For if he solves this monster mania, he can return to Transylvania. So welcome where the sun won't shine, to the castle of Count Frightenstein.
I do, yes.
I knew nothing. And someone's shooting off fireworks now, so you're going to hear a bunch of noises. And I swear it's not me, even though my stomach is killing me.
Okay.
The Hilarious House of Frightenstein. I knew nothing of the show until I saw you and Matt speaking of it.
But the thing, I thought it was just up in Canada because I only saw it when I went to visit my cousins in Niagara Falls when I was a kid.
Well, yeah,
And we never saw it here.
There was not here, but 131 episodes are available on a DVD.
Wow.
Of which I plan to get. You want a copy? I'll get you one too.
Sure.
Don't tell my wife.
Okay.
But it has the guides and the things, and if you're a Canadian, you know what we're talking about. Vincent Price is the narrator in 131 episodes.
Yeah.
And I can't believe there's 131 episodes that were done.
I know, that's crazy.
And it's not like they're showing movies. This is a full show called...
Yeah, like almost like a sketch, kind of a sketch show.
Yeah, it's like a
sort
Saturday
of,
Night Live horror show.
Yep.
And Billy Vaughn is the gentleman who plays, or Billy Van, but I think it's Billy Vaughn. He plays like 16 different characters on the show. I went to the website, and I was able to download the opener and the ending to the show because they have it there for free for download. They also
that's cool.
You can download like 4 episodes from the site, and then you can purchase the DVD if you wish for all 131, which I will do because it's a great show.
I enjoyed it.
And it's funny and it's stupid. It's like it's a mix of Saturday Night Live meets Benny Hill on Halloween. Is what it is. So here's the ending to that show, and it's right here. Vincent Price again.
The castle lights are growing dim. There's no one left but me and him. When next we meet in Frankenstone, don't come alone.
I'm looking at it on Wikipedia right now. Vincent Price apparently filmed all the segments for all the shows in 4 days.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that neat?
That's pretty awesome.
Well, and he's that good that he can do it.
Yeah.
But if you guys at home really want to check this out, go to Frightenstein. That's FRIGHTENSTEIN.com.
Yeah, I thought I made it up.
Really?
Yeah, because I remember watching it, but I could only remember watching it up there. So I was like, it must be something else.
It must be all in your head.
And then I looked it up. And it's like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. I was just in Canada.
I love it. I think it's a great show, and
it was fun.
And if you go to the site, there's so much to download, and it's great. And actually, it's been worked on. The latest news ended, I think, in March 29th, right there, March 29th of 2014.
Wow,
for news and updates.
Cool.
So, there's plenty to check out. And they got a Facebook page, which I just clicked on real quick. Let me see. And of course, 2014 in October was the last time they did anything.
Yeah.
So that's my show and tell.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Well, thank you, and thank you, Matt, for posting that up there or commenting on somebody else's post. I think I don't remember.
I think it was my Batman post.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Well, Ferg, will you sing that song that you sing so well?
After these messages, we'll be right back. Beep.
Hey, quick, don't turn the podcast off. I know you probably left it on by accident, but I'm Arnie Niekamp from Hello from the Magic Tavern. This is what's going on. About a year ago, I fell through a dimensional portal behind a Burger King into the fantastical land of Foon. I'm joined by my co-host, a talking badger. Chunt, please. And a magical wizard.
I am Usador, blue wizard of the 12th realm of Ephesius.
His name goes on a lot longer than that, but we don't have time for it. We interview adventurers, magical creatures, talking animals, and we talk about buttholes a lot. I apologize for that. If that sounds interesting, download Hello from the Magic Tavern.
And then you can join me in my quest to defeat the Dark Lord. Correct, Donald?
Correct. Download it on Earwolf, and the entire back catalog is also on the Howl app.
Hey, thank you so much, Magic Tavern people, for sending that over.
Yeah,
we have
cool.
We have a part 2 to that at the end of the show. That'll be the outtake for tonight because it's an outtake.
Awesome.
All the outtakes of them trying to get that commercial done, which is pretty funny. But much thanks to Ernie Niekamp for sending that along.
Guys. Very cool.
All right, Ferg. Hey, were you listening to music this week?
Well, you bet your ass I was. Are you familiar with the Ruddles?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I was so ready. And I thought you said something.
Well, that's pretty much all I'm going to be talking about. So,
Well, who are the Ruddles?
you don't know what the Ruddles are.
It sounds like a TV show for kids.
All right, this is going to take a little bit. So, you're familiar with Monty Python, correct?
Oi!
Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Of course.
Okay, so you remember the guy who played Patsy, who was Brave Sir Robin's liege or whatever it was?
Vaguely.
The guy who was behind him with the coconuts?
I'll say yes.
Okay, so that's Neil Innes. Eric Idle was Sir Robin.
Okay.
So they did a show together after Python was over, 73 or 74, I think, called Rutland Weekend Television. Rutland's a place in England, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was one of the sketches on the show was like a Beatles parody that Neil Innes wrote the music for. He appeared as the John character, and Eric Idle appeared as the Paul character. If I remember, this is just off the top of my head. I hope I'm right on all this.
This is cool. I'm liking this.
Yeah, so they did a couple of them, I think, on the show, on Rutland Weekend Television. I think it was only like 12 episodes altogether. But then when Eric Idle came to host Saturday Night Live, I think the second time, he brought Neil Innes with him, and he did a Beatles type of parody called Cheese and Onions on Saturday Night Live. So from this, Eric Idle got together with a guy named Gary Weiss, who was associated with Saturday Night Live, and they came up with a movie idea, which eventually turned into a TV special. I think maybe it was always supposed to be that,
right?
But it was going to be a documentary about the Ruddles, which is basically the Beatles. So they got Neil Innes to write all the music. They filmed this thing. Eric Idle played the narrator. He played, so you have Ron Nasty as the John Lennon character. Dirk McQuickley, played by Eric Idle in the movie, was the Paul McCartney character. Stig O'Hara was played by Ricky Fattar.
Okay.
He played drums for the Beach Boys for a little while. And the Ringo character was called Barry Wham, short for Barrington Womble. He was played by John Halsey. So basically, it's basically a comedic documentary of the Beatles, but it just made it a lot funnier. They hit all the main things. The Cavern, Coming to America, Ed Sullivan Show, Bigger Than Jesus thing. But the joke with the Bigger Than Jesus thing was that the journalist thought that he was saying they were bigger than God, but he actually said they were bigger than Rod, meaning Rod Stewart, who wouldn't be big for another 8 years. They did the whole Paul is dead thing and the Yoko Ono thing. It's hilarious.
I gotta check this out.
It came out in 1978. It did very badly in the ratings. I think it was up against the Oscars or something like that. I can't remember.
So
but I missed it. I wanted to watch it so bad. I knew it was coming. I wanted to watch it so bad, and I missed it. I didn't see it until the mid-'80s when it was out on video.
You think it's YouTube-ish?
I don't know if it is or not. It might be, but I know that the DVDs are pretty cheap at this point.
Okay. What is the title again?
It's just called The Ruddles.
The Ruddles.
The TV special was called All You Need Is Cash. They did a second one, which wasn't as good. That's the thing. A lot of this stuff is based on Ruddle Soul and Sergeant Rudders, and I think Shabby Road was Abbey Road, and Tragical History Tour, and Yellow Submarine Sandwich. They even have an animated section for Yellow Submarine in there. But I think my favorite. The movie's great. Actually, George Harrison is in the movie.
Oh wow! Okay,
he plays an interviewer. Yeah.
So it's obviously
he was a big
Beatles
supporter
approved.
of Monty Python. So it was it was approved by him. From being in the movie. But it's got a bunch of Saturday Night Live people. It's got Michael Palin from Monty Python in there. Oh, wow. It's really good. I recommend it to everybody who's a Beatles fan. But my favorite part is the music. Neil Innes wrote all the music for it, and his attachment to the Beatles is that he was actually in Magical Mystery Tour with the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band. He was the piano player in Bonzo Dog Doodah Band.
Okay.
And they were in the movie. He wrote songs pretty much based on Beatles songs, but he didn't want to listen to the music because he didn't want it to be too close.
Yeah.
Some of them are a little too close, and he got in trouble with I think ATV, who owned the Beatles songs at the time, so they had to put Lennon and McCartney on there as co-writers with Neil Innes. But the songs are absolute genius. They hit on all the Beatles tropes that you could think of.
Yeah.
And if you're I mean, the songs are good by themselves, but if you're really familiar with the Beatles music, they'll make you laugh in certain spots.
I think
I don't know if I can explain it any better than that.
Ruddles with T's?
With a T. Rutles.
Okay. I'm sure you can find the soundtrack on YouTube.
The soundtrack, yeah, you can probably get it on streaming on Spotify or on iTunes. But they put out a second one in the 90s called Ruddles Archaeology, as a play on the Beatles anthology. It contains some songs that weren't included on the original soundtrack, and then some songs they recorded new, and you could tell which ones are which because they recorded the original songs in the 70s, so they still had all that older equipment back then, so it would sound like it was recorded in the 60s, but the ones in the 90s did not sound like they were recorded in the 60s. But it's just...
I gotta check this out. It passed me by. I never even knew
I love it so much. They got a Ringo song in there. It kind of sounds like a cross between the early rockabilly songs that Ringo sang and Don't Pass Me By from the White Album. It's so good.
I gotta check this out.
It's really awesome. Yeah. I highly recommend it for anyone who's even a
smidge
mild Beatles fan. The funny thing is, they put out a documentary called The Complete Beatles in 1980 or 81, and you would think by looking at it that the Ruddles was based on that, but it was the Ruddles came first. And it's just like almost exactly the same thing as The Complete Beatles, except hilarious.
Well, that's the genius of all the Monty Pythoners.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, sorry I went on a little too long, but I really liked the Ruddles.
All I listened to was Count Basie. You want to talk about video games?
No, tell me about Count Basie. I like Count Basie.
I love Count Basie. We listened to him for the 4th of July. I do want to mention again, I know how you're going to answer this question, but you need to put the Lawrence Welk channel in your Pandora.
Okay, why?
Because the Lawrence Welk channel plays like one song of Lawrence Welk an hour, and the rest of it is all the awesome Benny Goodman.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, Glenn Miller's, the Artie Shaw, all the good stuff, and old Frank Sinatra tunes once in a while without Frank Sinatra singing.
I do like the big band stuff.
I love it. I love hearing all especially when the thing that really gets me, and it must be my upbringing, is when I listen to that music, I know all of the songs. It's like I've known them because I heard my grandfather play them, and I heard my dad play them, and I know them, and I know the lyrics, and I didn't hear them constantly growing up, but I just know them.
So this is like 40s era you're talking about, right?
30s and 40s.
Yeah, because my I think we talked about this before. My grandparents just listened to a station on Saturday afternoons that played like old 78s, kind of not quite big band stuff, but maybe right before that, maybe from the 20s.
Yeah,
because that's when they grew up.
But isn't it weird that like you say to your friends, I'm in a band, and everybody today is like, "Wow, what do you do?" "Oh, I got a machine," and I go boom.
Yeah.
And they put your arms in the air and wave them like you just don't care for.
Right.
Well, back in the day, like when humans were practicing to make the best of themselves, they said, "I'm in a band, and what instrument do you play?" And that answer was, third chair clarinet, second chair clarinet, or, trombone, or, I'm in the brass section of our orchestra.
And when they recorded, it was all live, too.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And most of the time into one microphone.
Yep.
How in the world did they mix that still? I don't get how clean everybody was heard.
Yeah.
Unless it was the placement of the people around that microphone.
It had to be, yeah. I'm sure they had to make do with what they had. So,
But then this Count Basie album I listened to, it was Count Basie live in Japan. I think it came out in the 80s. And oh my Lord, the versions of this. And the band was older. They were used to their timing.
Right.
God knows there wasn't any music in front of their faces. They just went out there and went off and Count Basie's out there, hey, doing the dance and swinging around and scat that bing 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 bong 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 and boo 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 boo, and just love that music so much. So that was me.
Did you play any video games?
I forgot about it that time. I almost spit out my coffee.
So I was at my in-laws' house, and they're big video gamers too. So we were
perfect because
I was mainly watching them play because they're playing Xbox 360, which I'm not very up on.
And
my
they
nephew
give
tried
you
to
a controller.
They did. He tried to teach me how to play Halo.
Oh, cool.
3, I think it was. I didn't know what the hell was going on. So I was watching him play this skate game called Skate 3 on the 360. Mm-hmm. It's a skateboarding game. I think the first time I ever played a skateboarding game.
Oh, cool.
It's pretty easy to pick up. You just press the button to kick off. But the tricks I couldn't really get a handle on too much, other than I think an ollie. I don't know what all the tricks are called, but Jason Lee is actually in the game. He plays a character called Coach Frank.
Oh, cool.
Who gives you tips in between. But the part I really liked was, what was it called? The Meat Hall of Fame? I can't remember what it was called. But basically, you try to hurt yourself. You do all these crazy, there's these really crazy jumps you can do. And you can crack into a brick wall or, and what they do when you hurt yourself is that they'll show all the bones that you break inside your body. So they either be white if you broke them or red if you really screwed yourself up.
Oh, wow.
So we just spent hours just crashing in the brick walls and falling off of cliffs and stuff. It was so much fun.
That sounds like it would be fun. Definitely.
It was. It was kind of like the skateboarding version of Super Burnout, if you are familiar with that one.
No.
There's a mode on Super Burnout where you have to crash your car and do as much damage as possible.
Oh,
So that's basically what this was.
I can understand playing different games where you have to do as much damage, yes.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
How old were the family members you were playing with?
My niece is 15, and my nephew is going to be 10 this year.
Okay, so you were laughing your ass off.
No, he is 10. I'm sorry. He's 10.
You guys were laughing like crazy,
oh, yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
It was
That would've been
fun.
fun.
Yep.
Well, I played Mirror's Edge.
Okay, what's that?
Mirror's Edge is a game that came out a while ago. And the object of Mirror's Edge is just to run and parkour all over a town and not get shot by people. But this came out.
Oh, that sounds good.
Came out in 2009. It was on sale on Steam.
Drake's got a hideout up ahead. Head for the cranes, and I'll update you when you get closer.
Okay. It's like $4.99 on sale on Steam.
Oh, really?
Down from something ridiculous. I was like,
Watch
hey,
it, Fate.
let's do
Blues
it.
have a chopper
So I picked that up. I love the game. It's very addictive. It was a big deal when it first came out. It's made by Electronic Arts. And yeah, you're just on the city tops and you're jumping around and acting silly, and it gets really intense when you try to figure out how can I run across a wall, parkour off the side of that wall, catch the railing, and then swing and jump onto a pipe and then land on the other side and run through a door. And I don't quite get the storyline. Of course, she's in trouble with something because somebody did something bad and she's going to get revenge for it. But the object of the game is just to make sure you don't get caught and parkour all over the place, and it's fun.
That sounds cool.
It's really addictive.
I wonder if my nephew has played that, because that sounds right up his alley.
It's speaking of alleys, you run through alleys too. I'm sure he has. Mirror's Edge was a big deal back in the day.
Yeah.
Hey, Ferg, before we go.
Oh, yeah?
I got to pick an ending song.
Okay.
And I did. Stars and Stripes Forever.
All right.
By John Philip Sousa.
Right.
And I just want to tell you a little bit of history, if I may.
All right.
In his autobiography, which is a book that automatically is written about your life.
Right.
That's what that means. And the book was called Marching Along, because he did march songs. Sousa wrote that he composed this song on Christmas Day in 1896.
Wow.
He was on an ocean liner on his way home from a vacation with his wife in Europe and had just learned the recent death of his very close friend and manager of the Sousa band, David Blakely. So he composed this march in his head and committed the notes onto paper and the arrival, when he arrived in the United States.
Right.
And it was first performed at the Willow Grove Park, just outside of Philadelphia, on May 14th in 1897, and was immediately greeted with enthusiasm. This is one of my favorite songs by Sousa. I'm a big Sousa freak.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Do you like Philip Sousa?
Well, speaking of Monty Python, did the Liberty Bell March.
That's true. It always ends with a... And I still do it, even with Stars That Stride Forever. But I love this song. I used to sing Sousa stuff when I was a kid. And just as a side note, if you go listen to at www.zerbinator.wordpress.com and go to the Holiday Cheer section, you can learn a lot about John Philip Sousa because I added that into the July 4th episode of the Holiday Cheer shows. So, yeah, so you can check that out if you want to learn more about Sousa. I'm a big fanatic about his music, so.
That's cool.
Just such a clean writer, just tight, and it's like,
yeah,
the Metallica of his time. All right, so here we go. Well, Ferg.
Yes.
So we're ending the song tonight with the show. What? Thank you, Ferg, so much.
Thank you, Kevin.
I am really rusty tonight, and I'm sorry that I was a little...
Yeah, I understand.
We'll do good. Are you dancing to the tune?
I'm dancing.
Shake it, Ferg. Shake it, buddy. And as Ferg sings the song, I just want everyone to know that you can find all of our shows at zerbinator.wordpress.com. You can find Ferg's show at the Atari 2600. Game by Game podcast is found at the 2600 Game by Game podcast.blogspot.com.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. We're going to finally get to do a extraordinary podcast pretty soon. And yeah. Our buddy Matt Lappy, who we dedicated our last show to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is doing much better, and he's itching like crazy to record. So that'll be coming. So I cannot wait to do that. It's going to be fun. And I lost Ferg again. He's typing.
Sorry.
He figures if...
How do you see that?
Yeah. I can see everything. I can see what you're typing. Huge markers. I don't know. Oh, tiny boobies. You changed it. All right, so... What do I want to say? Oh, join us next time when Ferg says...
Everybody, please be kind to one another.
God bless you. Amen.
Yeah.
don't turn off the podcast. I know you probably just accidentally left it on, but hey, I'm going to start. I'm Arnie. Over a year ago, I'm going to do it one more time. A little over a year ago, I fell through a dimensional portal behind a Burger King into the magical land of Foon. I record a podcast every week and I upload it to the internet. I'm going to do it one more time. Where I record a podcast every week with my buddies, Chunt the Talking Shapeshifter.
Chunt, please.
And Usador the Wizard.
I am Usador, the Blue Wizard.
And we interview elves and dwarves and dragons. Well, we've actually never had a dragon on.
But this is Dragon On.
And we hang out. Oh, hell.
Sounds terrible. Don't bother.
And we talk about buttholes a lot. I apologize for that. If that sounds interesting, download Hello from the Magic Tavern. And you!
If you enjoyed that, you'll enjoy our show.